What I'm about to tell you will completely change how you see one of wrestling's biggest legends. Wrestling fans around the world are mourning today. Terry Bollea, better known as Hulk Hogan, has died at age 71 after suffering cardiac arrest at his Florida home on July 24, 2025. But behind the mustache, the muscles, and the "what you gonna do, brother?" catchphrase lies a complex story of triumph, controversy, and ultimate tragedy. For decades, Hulk Hogan was the face of professional wrestling, the shirt-ripping, bandana-wearing superstar who told kids to train hard, say their prayers, and eat their vitamins. But the truth about Terry Gene Bollea is far more complex than the red, white, and blue hero millions believed in. This is the complete, unfiltered truth about one of wrestling's most polarizing figures. Born Terry Gene Bollea in Augusta, Georgia, on August 11, 1953, before his family moved to Port Tampa, Florida, the future Hulk Hogan's path to stardom wasn't straightforward. As a child, he showed promise in Little League Baseball, but an injury ended those dreams. Instead, he spent over a decade playing fretless bass guitar with Florida-based rock bands. But here's what most people don't know about his early wrestling years. They were filled with deception and image manipulation that would set the pattern for his entire career. When he started wrestling in 1977, Hogan consistently lied about his height and weight. He claimed to be 6 feet 7 inches and over 300 pounds, but was actually around 6 feet 4 inches and closer to 275 pounds. This might seem minor, but it shows an early willingness to bend the truth for his image. His breakthrough came in December 1983 when he signed with the World Wrestling Federation. But here's the shocking part. Hogan's All-American Hero character was completely manufactured. The man who would become synonymous with American values was originally positioned as a villain when he first appeared in the WWF in 1979, managed by classy Freddie Blassie. The transformation happened because of Rocky III. Sylvester Stallone personally requested Hogan for the role of Thunderlips, and Vince McMahon saw dollar signs. They completely repackaged Terry Bollea as the ultimate good guy, and America bought it completely. The phenomenon known as Hulkamania made Hogan not just a wrestling star, but a pop culture icon who was widely regarded as the most recognized wrestling star worldwide. Just when many thought Hogan's career was winding down, 1996 brought an unexpected renaissance that proved his genius for reinvention. He adopted the villainous persona of Hollywood, Hulk Hogan, leading the popular New World Order, NWO, stable in World Championship Wrestling. This transformation made him a major figure during the Monday Night Wars, sparking another boom period in professional wrestling. This reinvention proved Hogan's ability to evolve with the times, showing that even established stars could find new relevance by taking creative risks. It was a masterstroke that revitalized his career and proved he was more than just a one-dimensional character. But success came with a dark price. In 1991, Dr. George Zahorian was convicted of steroid distribution, and Hogan's name came up repeatedly during the trial. For years, Hogan denied steroid use, even testifying under oath in a 1994 federal trial that he had only used steroids 3 times, all prescribed by doctors. But here's the truth that came out later. Hogan had been using steroids extensively throughout the 1980s, during the peak of his popularity, when he was telling children to live clean, healthy lives. The hypocrisy was staggering. Hogan was later open about his use of anabolic steroids during his professional wrestling career, particularly during the height of his fame. What many fans didn't realize was the devastating physical price Hogan paid for his career. Recent reports reveal that he underwent 25 surgeries over the years, with decades in the ring taking a serious toll on his health. These weren't just minor procedures. They represented the cumulative damage of a lifetime of physical punishment combined with likely steroid abuse. The scandal forced WWE to distance themselves from Hogan temporarily, and his physique noticeably changed in the early 1990s. But instead of coming clean, Hogan continued to minimize his usage and blame others. This pattern of avoiding accountability would repeat throughout his career. But nothing could prepare the wrestling world for what happened in 2015. This is where the Hulk Hogan story takes its darkest turn, and I need to warn you, What I'm about to discuss involves explicit racist language. Perhaps the most damaging controversy came in July 2015, when leaked audio from 2007 revealed Hogan using racist slurs during a private conversation. The story begins with a sex tape scandal involving Hogan and his best friend's wife, Heather Clem. But it was the audio from these encounters that would destroy Hogan's career. The recordings captured him using the N-word and making deeply offensive racist remarks. Here's the exact context that ended his career, and I'm paraphrasing to avoid using the slur. He said he was racist to a point, and used the most offensive racial slur multiple times when discussing black men his daughter might date. The fallout was immediate and devastating. WWE abruptly removed Hogan from their programming and website. He was fired from the organization and temporarily removed from the WWE Hall of Fame, an unprecedented action that showed how seriously the company took the matter. This wasn't just a suspension. This was a complete erasure of wrestling's biggest star. What made it worse was Hogan's response. Instead of genuine remorse, he gave what many saw as hollow apologies, focused more on damage control than actual accountability. He later apologized for his use of racial slurs, appearing on Good Morning America and other outlets to address the controversy. While he was eventually reinstated to the WWE Hall of Fame, the scandal permanently tarnished his carefully crafted image as an all-American hero. The incident proved that even the most beloved public figures aren't immune to having their private prejudices exposed, and it sparked broader conversations about racism in professional wrestling and entertainment. The racism scandal wasn't Hogan's only personal controversy. His family life, which was showcased on the VH1 reality show Hogan Knows Best, was filled with dysfunction that became very public. His son Nick Bollea was involved in a devastating car crash in 2007 that left his passenger, John Graziano, permanently brain damaged. Nick was street racing and lost control of his Toyota Supra. Instead of showing genuine remorse, recorded phone calls from jail revealed Nick complaining about his situation, with Hogan seemingly more concerned about the family's image than the victim. His marriage to Linda Bollea ended in an incredibly bitter divorce in 2009, with accusations flying both ways. Linda accused Hogan of abuse and infidelity, claims that painted a very different picture of the family man persona he projected. Then there was his relationship with Jennifer McDaniel, who he married in 2010 when she was significantly younger. This marriage also ended in divorce, with reports of Hogan's controlling behavior and ongoing personal issues. One of the most significant controversies involved a leaked sex tape that not only violated Hogan's privacy, but fundamentally changed digital media. The tape was released by Gawker Media, leading to a lawsuit that would have far-reaching consequences. In 2016, Hogan won a $140 million judgment against Gawker, effectively bankrupting the media company. But here's what most people don't know. This lawsuit was secretly funded by billionaire Peter Thiel, who had his own grudge against Gawker. Hogan became Thiel's weapon to destroy a media outlet, raising serious questions about press freedom and wealthy individuals using the court system for personal vendettas. While Hogan claimed this was about privacy, critics argued it was also about silencing the media that had exposed his racist comments. The case wasn't just about privacy violation. It ultimately set dangerous precedents for journalism and free speech, while changing how digital media operates and what constitutes acceptable journalism in the internet age. In his final years, Hogan became increasingly political, aligning himself with Donald Trump. At the 2024 Republican National Convention, he referred to Trump as a real American hero and dramatically ripped off his shirt to reveal a Trump campaign shirt. This political stance alienated many fans who remembered his earlier message of unity and acceptance. The man who once preached about training, prayers, and vitamins was now associated with divisive political rhetoric. His appearance at Trump rallies and political endorsements showed how far he'd moved from his original American hero character, or perhaps revealed what that character really represented all along. Despite the controversies, Hogan's final years showed some signs of peace. He married Skye in September 2023, and despite health challenges, seemed to be enjoying a quieter life away from the spotlight. He had been working with promoter Eric Bischoff on a new venture called Real America Freestyle Amateur Wrestling. Just weeks before his death, his wife Sky had to deny rumors that he was in a coma, stating that his heart was strong as he recovered from surgeries. But Hogan's body was literally falling apart. Friends reported that he was dealing with chronic pain, multiple health issues, and the weight of his controversial legacy. Recent interviews showed a man struggling with depression and regret over how his career had ended. According to Clearwater Police and fire departments, Terry Bollea died Thursday morning, July 24, 2025, after suffering cardiac arrest at his home. He was pronounced dead at Morton Plant Hospital at 11:17 a.m. Authorities found no signs of foul play or suspicious activity. He was 71 years old. His family released a statement saying, "It is with a heavy heart and deep sadness that we confirm we have lost a legend. May we all take solace in the wonderful memories he left behind for the millions of fans worldwide whose lives he touched for more than 4 decades." Tributes poured in from fellow wrestlers and celebrities, including Ric Flair, Sylvester Stallone, and The Rock, who shared emotional stories about Hogan's impact on their lives and careers. So what's the complete truth about Hulk Hogan? The truth is complicated and contradictory. He was simultaneously a genuine icon who brought joy to millions, and a deeply flawed human being whose private prejudices contradicted his public persona. He was genuinely one of the most charismatic and influential wrestlers in history, who helped transform professional wrestling from a niche entertainment into a global phenomenon. Millions of children genuinely looked up to him and were inspired by his messages. But he was also a man who repeatedly chose image over truth, who harbored racist beliefs while profiting from a character that preached acceptance, and who struggled to take genuine accountability for his actions. He was a master entertainer who revolutionized professional wrestling twice in his career, but also someone who paid a devastating physical price for his fame. The tragedy of Hulk Hogan is that he could have been the hero he portrayed. He had the platform, the influence, and the opportunity to truly make a positive impact. Instead, he chose to prioritize his image and financial success over genuine character. His death marks the end of an era in professional wrestling, but his story serves as a reminder that our heroes are human, flawed, complex, and capable of both inspiring and disappointing us. Hogan's legacy will forever be complicated, celebrated for his contributions to entertainment while criticized for his personal failings. The real truth about Hulk Hogan is that there were 2 men: Terry Bollea, a deeply flawed human being with serious personal issues, and Hulk Hogan, a fictional character who represented the best of American values. The tragedy is that Terry never truly became the man that Hulk Hogan was supposed to be, and there is no simple truth to his complex legacy. Rest in peace, Terry Bollea. The wrestling world, and the millions of fans whose childhoods you helped define, will never forget you, for better and for worse. What do you think? Was Hulk Hogan a hero whose personal flaws overshadowed his positive impact? Or was he always a carefully constructed lie? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the real stories behind our biggest celebrities. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.